We are using this method to extract the roots. Roots of what? Roots of quadratic equation. Okay. So let me write quadratic equation. Now, first you will understand what is a quadratic equation. Equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. And why it is quadratic? Because the highest power of the variable x is 2 here. Okay, so it is quadratic because the highest power of x is 2. That's why it is quadratic, and it is an equation because it is equals to 0. And this is the general form of a quadratic equation. Now, roots means the values of x, or the other name for the roots is factors also, or zeros also. We have to find out those values of x. When I put in the left hand side the value of x, I will get the left hand side completely equals to 0. How to do that? Let's understand with an example. Okay, so let's take an example. So suppose I am taking an example, x square plus 2x minus 35, okay, equals to 0. Let's say this is an example. And for this example, suppose we have to find out the roots with the help of the quadratic equation. So what I will do, our first thing that we have to do, we will take this constant with the value without the variable x. So that we will take to the right hand side, because 35 is negative. So when it changes its side, it becomes positive. After that, what we have to see? We have to see the coefficient of x. Okay, we have to see the coefficient of x. So what is the coefficient of x? So not x square, x, the number which is in multiply with x. So 2 is in multiply. So coefficient of x is 2. So what I will do, I will divide that number by 2, means I will make the half of that coefficient. So, and square it. So first I will make the half. So half of 2 is 1, and 1 square, I will do the square of that, which is equals to 1 square is equals to 1. Okay, because this gives you 1 and square of 1 is 1 only, right? So we will get this number. So this is the third number. So what I will do, whatever I will get after doing the square, I will add that number both sides. I will add that number both sides, right? Now after this, what I have to do? So it becomes x square plus 2x plus 1 is equals to 36, right? After this, what is our process? The name of the method is completing the square, means we have to complete the square. Now, to understand the completing the square, you should know the two identities, which is a minus b whole square, which is a square, minus 2ab plus b square, and a plus b whole square, which is a square plus 2ab plus b square. In respective questions, we can use any other identity. Okay, how we will understand that which of the identity we have to use? So if in this, the coefficient of x, if the sign is positive, then we can use the second identity, this one. If the coefficient of x value is negative, then we will use this identity. So here it is positive, so we will use this identity. Now this is a square, this is b square, because 1 square is 1. So this is a square, this is b square, and this is 2 multiply a, which is x, multiply b, which is 1, and 36 is already there. So what will be the identity is equals to a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square. Okay, I think up till here it is clear to you. Now what we have to do, we just have to take the square to the another side. Okay, so after this, x square is equals to 36. I will take the square to the another side. So square will become square root. So when I will do the square root of 36, you know that 36 is the square of 6. So I will get two values. Whenever I am finding the square root of any perfect square, I will get two values, one positive, one negative, right? Because the square of 6 is also 36 and square of negative 6 is also 36. So I will get two values. So what I will do, once I will take 6 and once I will take negative 6. So x is equals to 6 minus, it will go to another side. So it's 6 minus 1, which is 5. And then minus 1. So it will become negative 7. So these are the two values that you have of x of this equation, right? So we can call it as the value of x. We can also call the roots of the equation. Means when you put these values in the place of x in this equation, the left hand side completely got 0. Let's take an example. Suppose the first root is 5. If I will put 5 here, so 5 square, which is 25, then plus 2 multiply 5, which is 10, minus 35. When you add this one, So it's 35 and 35 minus 35 is 0. It means our root is correct. So if you will put minus 7, then also you will get 0. So it means we are getting the correct root. So this is the way to find out the roots or the zeros or the factors of quadratic equation by using completing the square method. And these are the two important identities that we have to use according to the question and according to the sign of the coefficient of x.